Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is going to be the initiation of the equinox activations, and this time they're going to be co-created with the Lemurian Council of Light. In some of the meditations, we have ascended masters and beings of light, and we also have these activations with the galactics. The galactics that who are going to show up is the ones that are from your oversoul. I wanted to do this video because I want to say hello to all of you, for the ones that are always supporting me on my initiatives and the ones that are new here. Welcome to this family. And I'm very excited and I'm very emotional because this year, 2021, especially this equinox, represent us being one with this new energy, but at the same time, it represents the change that we all have had at our own individual level from these last 2 years. I think massively, since the world has been waking up, we all have been having a different journey, but the one encoded frequency and this course is to be the room for all of us to come to be comfortable with the changes, and at the same time for all of us to grow together. Remember, every equinox or solstice represent an opening for energy. This energy, it will be galactic cosmic frequencies, plasmic light from the central sun and from our own soul family, and at the same time it is for us a greater opportunity to source energy from source and integrate it and stabilize it in a different way. I'm going to ask each of you to please close your eyes and set your intentions. Welcome your higher self, your guides, your Lemurian guides for support through this video. Each of you will have your own unique guidance. Ni eteki aske iki ashka te iseki ni nate iki ishki ni ena. I am also attaching a series of codes that you guys will be guided to print it or save it. This is how codes work. Codes represent energy patterns that are aligned with unconditional love and also with Holy Spirit and Source. And those patterns will represent these activations, and the way that I would like to explain, I was guided each of you to work with them. It is that, let me see if I have any code close here. The codes, visualize them. For example, like this one. This is not one of those. You're going to receive a PDF where you can print it or save them. But see them before putting the meditations, the challenge journeys, and then visualize the first code, and then imagine that you flip it over in your mind, because each of you will receive a third eye activation, and then visualize the second one, and then imagine that you turn the page, and then please visualize the second one in the order that each of you feel guided or remember. It doesn't matter if you don't remember all the codes. The ones that you remember, imagine that you flip them while you are listening to the channeling, and then as you breathe and flip the code and then invite another code, in one way or another, each of you are going to be creating your own codes. And that it's good. For each of these meditations, each of you, the suggestion it is that each of you practice with these Lemurian codes that I'm going to provide to you, and those are going to be exclusively for the codes. And every time you remember that you would like to reconnect with this frequency, you may be driving, doing dishes, yoga, or whatever. Imagine that you remember the codes in whatever order you are guided. And as you breathe and connect, turn the codes over and then invite another one. And first of all, because this is going to be an activation, my guidance was that the codes enter through your third eye. But if you are guided whenever you practice this technique, you could do it through your crown, through your heart, through whatever chakra that you think in its support. And also you could do it through other people. This is a way of healing. If you would like to charge your water, you can visualize the code entering the water, and probably if you would like to expand each droplet of water, and then as you drink, visualize that the code comes back to you multiplied in million blessings. You could do this to the oils you do, to healing other people, to your home, your plants, like the one I have behind, and be creative. And before channeling a little bit the guides, I would like to say that it is a really tender time for all of us really to take advantage of all these techniques and practices and integrate them on our daily activities so we can raise our frequency and create change. I would like to send a hug to all the ones that are in need of healing and clearing, balancing. Each of you will get just what you need through the channelings. You can listen to them in whatever order you feel guided and visualize the codes on whatever order you're guided, because each of you are going to work directly with Lemurians. And I wanted to, for those of you that are struggling right now, just remember to keep bringing yourself to things that are going to make you feel connected, light, brighter. And these courses represent these techniques that are going to carry us onto the light and help us to hold the light in a more harmonious way. And tends to be the best way, choosing small actions, small activities that are put us closer into the light to finally fully embrace a closer frequency to New Earth. And at the same time, you guys can use any other technique that you feel guided, like candle gazing, breathing practices, grounding, lots of water, lots of relaxation. Allow yourself to be honest with yourself and to understand that what you are going through, many people are going through at the same time, but at different levels. So be kind with yourself and be kind in others, because we're all being impacted in different ways. But at the same time, ask yourself how I can bring the light and what I am channeling and what I am learning into my community, so we can start creating the solutions that we all need transitioning into New Earth. But at the same time, to be a leader that uses balance and heart and compassion to actually not only lead yourself in your own unique process, but at the same time to lead others. And I sometimes feel like most of you in the sessions shared with me, like going back and forth, and it's fine, because I think we are finding a new tone, a new frequency, a new way of living. And at the same time, it's valid sometimes to struggle, to feel low, all those things. If you feel fall asleep during the channelings, allow yourself to fall asleep. You don't actually have to hear or learn or understand what I'm saying. You just have to allow yourself to integrate whatever you are meant to integrate, and each time you do them, you are going to receive a different transmission, especially and unique and designed to you. Like language, you can translate it for what it makes you feel. And reading the energy is tuning into this story that frequency is telling by itself. Other question that I'm frequently asked is, can I do the course again? Yes, you guys can do the course over and over and over as long as you feel guided. If you feel like taking a break between channelings, it's fine too. Allow yourself to choose, follow, and select your own unique pacing and flow. Another thing that I wanted to say it is that I am so excited by the events that are coming up for Encoded Frequency. I will do a seminar event for entrepreneurs like I am and like you guys are, the ones that would like to work by doing light work. So I teach my tips how to have a successful page, a successful YouTube channel and services, and actually how to do this as a way of living like the way I do. And I having requests to do this, so I'm gonna do this, and I would like to do another one to teach healing Reiki. I'm not sure how that is gonna call, but that is going to have 9 levels and we're going to have I'm going to explain that in the future, but it's going to be healing, channeling, understanding codes, combo of techniques and practices that are going to help the ones that feel drawn to use them for themselves, but also for others. And at the same time, that is going to be a thing for next month. So you guys will be notifying the ones that feel drawn to initiate this journey with me. Please contact me. But let's begin. I would like to welcome once again to the Moving Council of Light, and we're going to receive an initiation for this equinox. So please close your eyes from a comfortable place to sit within your own heart. Allow yourself to align with whatever is meant to be for you to receive. Ni teki ashte iki aseko iteki iki ana. Ni ane iki te iki ishka se iki ano. Ikuaya ita iki aska te iki ana. Ni ana te iki ashka eseki ite iki ano. Ni ana te iki aseko iki teki iki aya. Greetings, beloveds. Allow yourself to breathe this light that comes from the Lemurian Council of Light, and as you breathe into your heart, allow yourself to open to contact through your guides, angels, ascended masters, and with us. And please know that Saint Germain is going to be on your right and Dhamma is going to be on your left. And also welcome the legions of the Bell Fire Angels. Ni ate iki ishta seteki iki ana. Allow yourself, please, to breathe the light in with a very deep and slow and gentle deep breath. And then consecutively, you're going to do 2 short and fast breaths while we channel. You're going to do 1 long and twice short. 1 long and twice short. For a few minutes, please. Niateki ishka seteki ikiateki ikidana. We would like to ask each of you only to breathe 1 long and steady and 2 short and higher frequency breaths. And after a while, allow yourself to find and follow your own unique rhythm. I am Noah. I am a member from the Lemurian Council of Light, and I would like to speak to you and advise about facing lower frequencies, either for other souls and for the collective. Sometimes we would like to start by explaining that everything is energy, and all energy represents patterns that can be in the light charged with positive frequency or touch with negative frequency and align with shadow. Every intention you have becomes a pattern that represents a code. If that code is charged with positive frequency, it will be a code of light, like for example, unconditional love. But if that code represents fear, is going to be a code that represents a distortion. And that energy sometimes is not receptive for each of you to transmute it through your body. So a couple things are important to remember. Humans have a desire to connect, and that is embedded with each of you, and it can be disappointing when people around each of you would like to connect and you are in a higher frequency, and it can be draining by holding the space with others that do not match your frequency. But at the same time, if you feel low, maybe you will feel guided to restrict yourself from sharing darkness into others. Just take a step back, stay alert, and notice the signal that you are sending. If you are sending positive light, or if you are sending negative codes into your own world. At the same time, we would like to remind each of you that the equinox, it's a portal for each of you to access higher self and higher realms. And the higher consciousness do not understand about human reality. It only reacts to energy. When you are sending distorted signals, that higher consciousness do not understand it and ignore it, creating more distortions around you. But when you align yourself with positive feeling, with light, you will allow yourself to resonate with higher consciousness. We have observed that humans, especially the ones that are highly empath, will have a turmoil or emotions, and being alert and aware of your energy will allow you to stabilize and balance your energy. And at the same time, boundaries are really important. Sometimes I know represent that each of you are knocking closed doors and that you should wait for the door that is open to you. Sometimes a no will represent that you don't consent to vibrate with people in a lower frequency and you decide to rise yourself and let them up. So allow yourself to sit with yourself and be very honest about your intentions, about your present, about your signal. So you know where to go, when not to go, and at the same time, how do you affect the people that is next to you? Do you uplift them? Or if the connections that you have comes through harmony, like for example, if you are having a rough day and a friend calls you, probably you will feel guided to back yourself a little bit because you cannot match that happiness that the other is matching, or likewise. So more to the point, maybe you are not the medicine that others that are in low frequency will need, and then they clearly will let you know one way or another. So be very aware about the connections that you are doing and take an opportunity to take advantage of these channelings, to journey through Kalos with all of us in the temples and to connect with your galactic family through the codes that are going to be provided to you, but at the same time through your intentions. So you trust how you can shift each of those relationships and connections that you have a daily basis. And at the same time, it's a very advantageous opportunity for all of you humans to start creating the solutions and the steps actually to matching a higher frequency. Allow yourself please to take a deep breath and at the same time notice and recognize the signals that you are sending. Learn to shift, learn to rectify the energy that you signal. And at the same time, allow yourself to revert every time you center yourself and look up into your light, into your heart, into the peace, into your own softness and gentleness. Allow yourself to be in compassion with yourself, but at the same time with any other. Please center yourself. Niate ki ishkate iki sakote iki na. Allow yourself to reconnect yourself. Visualize yourself in a circle of light with ourselves, the Dhammas in the rain, and legions of the valley fire angels. And each of you are going to be added an etheric ring next to your aura from violet fire that is going to serve you to instantly transmutate or rectify or align the energy that you are sending into your own world. Couple things that we would like to say. Remember that you can have frictions with people, and that normally happens when you are growing or changing direction. So if you're having a big shift, you are coming to this big growth, allow yourself to redirect your energy, avoiding friction with whom do not match with the frequency that you are signaling anymore. At an energetic level, everything that is happening, it is happening for you, but not to you. But suffering does not always feel that way. So be cautious with your connections and learn to shift. Sometimes you will be guided to guard yourself, so you are able to find your center. Sometimes you're going to be guided to be very active. When you are dealing with something that is transformational energy and seems to be against of what other people want, is going to be a process of adjustment for each of you. So be patient. Niate ki ishkate isako ikite iki iya. Now visualize that you not only have this glow of violet fire, You are standing tall into a crystalline disk of purple light. Nia te iki ishka se etiki iki una. Allow yourself to send light into your higher self and allow yourself to receive light from your higher self. Allow yourself to receive and send light to Adama, to Saint Germain, to El Moria, to Lady Portia, to Sananda, to Divine Mother, and we are 12 Lemurian beings of light that are going to be working with you while you do these activations. As you breathe, allow yourself to open in a starting point and allow yourself to set the intention for you to integrate with balance and equilibrium and stabilization for these equinox activations. Ni ate ki iki ate, iki ishka, te inaseko, iki ina. And as you do, ground. Visualize yourself grounded into the city of Dallas. Ni ate ki ishka, te isako, iteki, iki ina. We would like to thank each of you for the opportunity to connect with us. Many blessings. Thank you so much for initiating this journey with me. Any question, any comment, any suggestion, please contact me. Thank you.